Food waste at hunger ay mga problemang nararanasan sa buong mundo at maging dito sa Pilipinas. Ayon nga sa Food Consumption Survey ng DOST-FNRI, tinatayang nasa 1,717 metric tons ng pagkain ang nasasayang araw-araw dito sa bansa. At ang Pilipinas rin ay nasa rank 69 out of 119 countries sa may serious level of hunger incidence. Ayon yan sa Global Hunger or Hunger Index noong 2018.
At upang makatulong na masolusyonan ang mga problemang iyan, ay isang foundation ang binuo. And to talk about the advocacy of this organization, we have here Mr. Holmgreen, the founder of Scholars of Sustenance Foundation. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Rise and Shine, Pilipinas.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, sir. Can you please tell us what is this SOS Foundation and what made you decide to start this organization?
Yes, of course. Scholars of Sustenance is a name. It's a little complicated. I cannot translate it into Tagalog, so we'll just call it SOS. That's
okay,
how we're known, right? And SOS is a food rescue foundation. So we save food from hotels and restaurants and retailers and so on, from manufacturers. We get all of this food into as surplus food. So this is food that otherwise would have gone to the landfill and make methane gases and so on. So we are an environmental organization, but we also, as a wonderful side benefit, get to serve meals. We've done over 30 million meals so far in the 3 countries we operate in.
3 countries like Philippines, Thailand.
Philippines, Indonesia, and Thailand.
Okay.
And Thailand was the first one and has grown tremendously. So we've focused on where can we make the biggest impact. So we ran many statistics. You've heard them all. 30% of the food in the world is lost and all this. But 1081 is where we ended up focusing. So 1081. We are 8 billion people in this world.
Okay.
But we make more food than for 10 plus billion people. Yet 1 billion of us goes to bed hungry every night. Right? Yeah. And that means we have a distribution problem. It's not a shortage of food. We simply have a distribution problem. Okay. And that came to light when, in fact, I sat in Bangkok many years ago, and we had a happy hour in the lounge, and they were throwing away all this food. At 7 p.m. they came and took it away, and I'm like, where's that going? Do you get to take it home? I said, no, sir, of course not, because then we'd cook more. They said, it goes in the trash. I said, you mean the container I can see down there? And next to the container there are some people who look like they could use that food. Don't they crawl over to get it out of the container? And, no, sir, we have guards with guns, right? And he's like, wow, we need to optimize this, right? So we needed to lift it out of the hotels and make sure we did it in a secure, safe environment, in cool chain technology and so on, into a distribution system and get it out to the poor people. And we've now perfected this. And this is what the Philippines can now benefit from tremendously, that we've done this for so long, right? So now we can really make it efficient here.
The story that you just told us, was this the reason why you put this foundation up?
Yes, it was. I mean, my whole life I've been optimizing things for banks and otherwise with mathematics. But this just seemed like the problem the world is suffering from, right? So we're hurting the environment by throwing away all this food. And then you have food insecurity. And we just need to try to address that.
It's such a noble act to actually do this, right? Yeah.
Well,
but let me just clarify this one, okay? Just for the sake of everyone's viewers, the masses. It's not necessarily the leftover foods that we're going to collect from the hotels. How is it working?
It is surplus
trying
food.
to optimize it.
It is food that is either overcooked or expiring foods that have to be thrown away. You have ugly foods like wilted vegetables and things like that. Many reasons. In fact, 40% of all the food purchased for professional kitchens do not get to covers of plates because it just is not good enough. So there's so much food. I mean, we are currently doing 5-6 tons every single day in the 3 countries. It's so much food that otherwise would go to the landfill.
I actually notice this usually in buffets in hotels, right? When they do not finish it in one, like, say, lunch or whatever, they usually just throw away the food.
Yes,
so you are referring to this also?
To buffets, to retailers, to everywhere. I mean, there's so much food being wasted in the whole world. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, right? And 30 million meals is a lot.
Okay, how do you optimize that? Like, how do you distribute these foods to the households or to the people who needs food?
Yeah, well, we work mainly with cooling trucks that we pick it up at all the sources and then take it to recipients. And that can be either orphanages, refugee camps. It can be so many different places that is in. We even feed prisons sometimes. So wherever there's a need for good nutrition, we can help.
Okay.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that the foundation is relatively new, around 6 years, am I correct, sir?
Yes, 6
Okay,
years.
so in the Philippines, how long has it been here and how's it going so far?
We've been in Philippines now for about 8 months, and it's going really fantastic. We've done over 650,000 meals. We'll definitely do over 1 million before year end. And we are seeing a lot of good reception. The society here has been very welcoming, and that is important for us, right? That we have so many people helping us, mayors and politicians, many people, and also private corporations. Because obviously, to get the momentum from our foundation in America, we can only give so much seed money, and then it has to become independent, right? So we need local community involvement, corporations, and everyone to help us.
Logistics is pretty heavy on this project.
Yes, it is.
For sure, marami tayong mga ka-RSP ang gusto mag-donate. So, how can people donate, volunteer, or support your organization?
Well, certainly, of course, volunteering and donation of both money and food and so on is important. But if you are even remotely involved with the food industry, and that does not mean you're employed by it. You can even just, as a customer in a big restaurant or something, make sure they understand what can be done about food waste.
Okay.
And try to get the word out, and really let's get the whole country behind this, so we can eliminate food insecurity.
You're right, sir, because change starts from yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we heard that you have an upcoming event tomorrow. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, of course. It's very exciting. We call it Zero Summit. We did it last year in Thailand, and we're doing it now here. And it's basically with the themes Zero to Hero, right? We want to make heroes of everybody here, but also it's all about zero waste. So get rid of the waste. And we have international speakers. It's going to be a great session to get people to join the brainstorm and innovation tomorrow.
All right. Also, I understand you. I mean, on this event, many could join. So please invite our viewers who would like to join your events, and also do you have your social media accounts where you guys can be reached out?
Yes, absolutely. Social media everywhere, and I.
What's your social media account?
I'm sorry?
I mean the social media account of the SOS.
Of the SOS.
Yes. We have
On
several. Facebook, Instagram,
Okay. All
right.
TikTok. I don't even know all of them.
Nice.
But yeah, we're trying to get the word out.
This is
to
a really,
everyone.
this is a really interesting advocacy, and I personally want to be active in this field.
Oo naman, napakalaga niyan dahil syempre talagang hindi makakailan natin, lalo na sa mga underdeveloped countries na kailangan talaga ay masolba. Bilang bahagi rin naman ito ng Sustainable Development Goals and Zero Hunger.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Holmgreen, the founder of Scholars of Sustenance. We are very happy to have you here today.
Thank
and
you.
I'm sure a lot of Filipinos will support your program. Again,
Look forward
thank you
to
very
it.
much, sir.
Thank you very much.